Hello and welcome back to Weyermann's Whimsy. Today's card features the Positive Thoughts stamp set and also the Best Year stamp set for the greeting. I seem to be focusing a lot on the bright pinks. Lately it's a happy color and makes me smile, so I've done up this card. The inspiration came from Tammy Wilson, who is one of Stampin' Up's Artisans of the Year. It's a great card, and I thought I would case it here and show you how I did my version. I've also stamped on the envelope as well, just to make it a bit of a complete set. So I'm using the baby wipe technique for this, and to do that, you just take drops of your reinker, drip it onto baby wipes, and I put a piece of plastic underneath so it doesn't leak through. And then you let it blend together, and then you stamp right in it like a stamp pad. And I have used Melon Mambo and Calypso Coral as my two colors. And then I used the stitched rectangle dies to cut the pieces out. The greeting I've done in Melon Mambo, and I've already got that set up. So let's go ahead and stamp the card. I've got a card base in Melon Mambo and a 5 1/4 by 4 in the Calypso Coral. And this is a 5 1/2 by 4 1/4 piece of basic white because I need it big enough to cut out with the largest stitch rectangle die. So basically, as I said, I've used the baby wipe technique. I've dripped my reinker on and given it a chance to blend. So now all I need to do is use this as a stamp pad and stamp. And you can see it gives it a really lovely mottled effect. Each stamp is just slightly different because you can pick up ink from different areas of the baby wipes. And I'm just going to make sure I've got good coverage. The first one I didn't necessarily fill it in completely. I kind of went around the outside. And I just need to stretch this out a little bit. And then I'm going to come in. And you can see the different colors. You can see where the colors are lined up. So if you find you're always stamping in the same place, you can just pick up ink from somewhere different. And I'm just going to pop that one in like that. And you can fill it up as much as you like or as little as you like. I'm doing this one much more densely colored than I did the example. I'm just going to come back in here like this, and I'm going to come in. I'm not going to worry about the colors too much, or the corners, sorry, too much, because I am cutting it out. So I'm just going to run this through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss, and as you can see, those corner pieces aren't going to be visible when I cut this out. So I'm just going to come in, and I'm going to sandwich this up. I'll run it through the machine, and I'm sorry, I'm just going to go off frame here for a minute when I run it through. But I have been thrilled with all the conversations I've been having with your comments on my videos. And I love it when you give me suggestions, things you'd like to see, stamp sets you'd like to see used, or even the kits. The kits are really, really popular. And I've done a couple of videos on the kits. And they're a great idea if you need a gift for somebody. Some of them don't even need any stamping. They're just card kits. And all you do is you take the pre-printed sentiments and you build your cards. So if you've got somebody who doesn't have a lot of space to store anything, they're great because everything they need is in that box, and they can just go ahead and make up the cards. And there are some card kits that that come with stamp sets, and you can do some stamping with as well. And they're very, very economical, actually. So I'm just going to stamp the envelope now. I'm going to come in, and I did one kind of in the bottom corner here, and then one across the back of the envelope like that. Just gives it that little bit of oomph. So now, just to build the card, I'm just going to attach everything together. So I've got adhesive. I'm just going to put some strips across the back of the Calypso Coral. Center that on the Melon Mambo card base. Make sure it's square and then let it drop down. Now this is not exactly even all the way around. You've got like 1/8 of an inch at the top and bottom, and just that actually maybe it's even 1/16 of an inch, and then we've got 1/8 of an inch down here because it's not quite 1/4. So you just have to be a little bit careful when you're lining this up, because the largest of the stitched rectangle shapes is just that little bit off. But what it means is you need to be really careful when you're putting it down that you have it even, because otherwise you run out of real estate on the background. And then you can just take this. If you've got ribbon, I've ordered my ribbon, it'll be here next week. But if you've got ribbon, you can add ribbon to it. You could do a flower and cut it out if you wanted to. I'm just trying to decide where I want to put this, and there's a bit of an emptier space here. So I'm just going to pop that down, make sure it's square. And there we go. So that is a happy, bright, hip hip hooray card. You could be celebrating a birthday or anything at all, using the baby wipe technique with the best year and the positive thoughts stamp sets with the added detail of the envelope. So thank you so much for watching today, and let's create together again soon.